Now, the president's allies were left stunned and desperately searching for answers and excuses to the president's clear loss in the debate last night. Now, take a look at NBC host Chris Matthews moments after President Obama left the stage.
There's a hot debate going on in this country. You know where it's being held? Here, on this network, is where we're having the debate. We have our knives out. We go after the people and the facts. What was he doing tonight? He went in there disarmed. He was like, oh, wait, an hour and a half, I think I can get through this thing. And I don't even look at this guy. Where's Romney? I love the split screen. Staring at Obama, addressing him like the prey. He did it just right. I'm coming at an incumbent. I got to beat him. You got to beat the champ. And I'm going to beat him tonight. And I don't care what this guy moderator, whatever he thinks he is, because I'm going to ignore him. What was Romney doing? He was winning.
Chris looks like he's going to cry. Thrill up my leg. Chris Matthews was not the only one unhinged. The rest of the left-wing media followed suit. They blamed everything from the moderator to Obama's lack of a teleprompter. And, of course, my favorite came from Al Gore. It was the altitude.
I'm going to say something controversial here. Obama arrived in Denver at 2 p.m. today, just a few hours before the debate started. Romney did his debate prep in Denver. Mm-hmm. When you go to 5,000 feet,
exactly,
and you only have a few hours to adjust.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
Joining me now, the author of the New York Times #1 bestseller, Culture of Corruption, Fox News contributor Michelle Malkin. The altitude. Definitely the altitude. That's it.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm at 1,000 feet higher than Denver. And, you know, we can still function quite lucidly despite the altitude. I think you cut off the funniest part of that exchange afterwards, where all of Al Gore's minions just did their sort of yuff ball.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yes,
challenging him.
Oh, good point. Good point, yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, it's been Christmas today for conservatives. I've just been in giggle snort mode all day long watching these meltdowns, and we've had more meltdowns from these journo tools for Obama than you usually have at a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party. I mean, there's been a run on Kleenex tissue all day today, and it's because there are no more excuses when it boils down to it. The man failed, as he has failed the last 4 years, and there's simply no manufacturing any credible conspiracy for it, and these conspiracies are just so wild. I mean, the idea that he was distracted by a loud boom. This is an actual theory now being floated by Michael Moore, of all people. And then, of course, your hallowed journalists like Bob Woodward theorizing that Obama's really been weighed down by serious, grave national security matters, those matters certainly haven't stopped him from partying it up with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I actually thought John Sununu, I think the president's lazy. I think the president is disengaged. I think all of that is true, and I don't want to dampen people's enthusiasm here, but knowing that this campaign and having observed them, if they're going to accuse Governor Romney of murder, and they're going to accuse him of being a tax cheat, and they're going to say he wants dirty air and water and wants to throw Granny over the cliff, I just want everybody to realize that it's coming. They are going to drop whatever they have to drop as a means of trying to hang on to the helicopter, the house, and the plane. And so, as you know, it was interesting because Chris Matthews said, our knives are out. And and Governor Romney referred, they want to kill Romney. This is not a joke. They want to bury him. So I would prepare everybody or warn everybody that they better be prepared here. But the best advice came from Chris. Chris Matthews said, ought to be watching us. What, Ed Schultz calling conservatives Nazis? Is that what they want the president to do? Or saying that they're going to rip Dick Cheney's heart out, stomp on it, and stuff it back in him? Or calling Laura Ingraham a slut? You know, which part of their narrative do they want to adopt from NBC News?
Oh, yeah, you're right. And, of course, your warning is very apt. And we've been dealing with these people, and we've seen the ad hominem attacks, the smears. They haven't even begun to scrape the bottom of the barrel. And the thing is that after last night, I was finally convinced, after being very concerned for a long time, that both Romney and Ryan are very ready for it, and they've shown a willingness to fight back and push back. And I think for a lot of the grassroots conservatives, conservative base and conservative media, we've wanted to see this. We've wanted to see what we didn't see in 2008 with John McCain at every debate, where we were cringing and just holding our breath, because what we saw was too much capitulation and too much of the benefit of the doubt given to people who have been marinated in Chicago thug politics from the time that they've been in office.
Go back to 2008. John McCain wouldn't look Obama in the eye. Mitt Romney was looking him, your policies. Now, I think he left a lot on the table, personally. I think there's plenty that he could have brought up, and I'm waiting for the president in the next debate. Maybe not so much. It won't be so easy in a town hall environment. President probably will overreact. He was angry today, called Romney a liar today. Petulant is the right word. He's arrogant. He's never taken a punch, and he didn't like it. He's used to hail to the chief and I'm great, etc. But I think what was really, it wasn't just style, it was substance. It was a deep, deep knowledge that he showed on the economy, on the debt, on the deficit, on health care, every issue that came up, and Obama stammering, stumbling. Without that teleprompter, this guy is lost. This is a myth that was shattered last night. He was reduced in 90 minutes before the American people, I felt.
Yes, and that's because Romney had a clarity of purpose, a clarity of mind, and clarity of principles that, of course, we know that Obama has lacked for a long, long time. I think that going forward now, that there is now an extra burden on these liberal journalists to do what
not going to happen.
A lot of the left thought that Jim Lehrer failed at, and I think that that's what Romney and Ryan have to brace for. There's going to be a town hall format, and from my recollection of covering the last several election cycles where they have these town hall formats, they have been stacked. They've been stacked by liberal journalists, and we've got this liberal debate commission. I think going forward that has to change too. But these liberal journalists are going to want to prove their own cred to their people.
They're dying to say, come back, come back. It doesn't matter what happens. I can name the names and what they'll say in regards to this. The media is very biased. Michelle, thank you for being with us. Appreciate your insight as always.